Welcome to day 28 of the In Her Image podcast, where we are exploring the character traits of the Proverbs 31 woman. Today, we'll focus on a powerful verse, Proverbs 31:30, where it says, "Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised." This verse challenges us to look beyond our outward appearance and reminds us that true beauty is found in a heart that reveres God. Today, we'll look at how we can cultivate that reverence and live with purpose, understanding that true beauty lies in our relationship with God and how it shapes our lives. In Proverbs 31:30, we are reminded that outward charm and physical beauty are temporary. They fade with time. While society often places great value on how we look, this woman teaches us that these external qualities do not define our true worth. Instead, the woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Her reverence for God, her awe of His holiness, and her desire to align her life with His will are the true sources of her beauty and praise. To fear the Lord in this context is not to be afraid, but to live in awe and reverence for God, recognizing His holiness, wisdom, and sovereignty. It's about placing God at the center of our lives and allowing that reverence to shape every decision, relationship, and action. This kind of reverence is foundational to the Proverbs 31 woman character. Her strength, wisdom, and grace come from the heart of someone who honors God with her life, not just with her words, but through every action. In today's world, it's so easy to become distracted by the superficial aspects of life, the pressures to look a certain way, to fit a mold, or to achieve outward success. But Proverbs 31:30 invites us to remember that true beauty, the beauty that lasts and is worth praising, comes from within. It is rooted in a heart that honors God, lives with integrity, and embraces His will for our lives. The question is, how are we cultivating that kind of heart? When we focus on revering God, our actions begin to reflect His love, wisdom, and goodness. We stop measuring our worth by society's standards and start to measure it by how we live out our faith. When we embrace this heart of reverence, we find purpose, peace, and lasting beauty that goes beyond the external. This is the kind of beauty that builds relationships, creates legacies, and honors God above all else. God, as love, is the ultimate example of the qualities that define true beauty. His love for us isn't based on external appearances or temporary things. It's eternal, rooted in His perfect character. Just as God values the heart over outward beauty, we are invited to reflect His love by living with integrity and reverence. His love teaches us that true beauty is found in the heart, in the way we honor Him and reflect His character to those around us. To live as the Proverbs 31 woman does is to mirror God's love. God's love isn't fleeting. It's constant, steady, and true. And when we seek to live with reverence for God, we reflect that same stability and goodness in all that we do. Just as God's love leads us to live with purpose and grace, we too are called to honor Him in the way we live, with hearts full of reverence, love, and purpose. How does your reverence for God influence your approach to daily tasks and relationships? Consider how your reverence for God influences your actions and relationships. Are there any areas in your life where you can prioritize your relationship with God over outward appearances or external expectations? Spend a few moments in quiet reflection, asking God to deepen your reverence for Him. Seek His wisdom to help you live a life that honors Him above all else, one that reflects His love and goodness in every area of your life. Thank you for joining me today on day 28 of the In Her Image Devotional. I hope that today's message has encouraged you to reflect on where your true beauty lies and to prioritize reverence for God above all else. Remember, true beauty isn't about what we look like on the outside. It's about how we live in alignment with God's will, with hearts full of integrity, love, and purpose. If you have found today's episode helpful, please share it with someone that you think may need this reminder. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of the upcoming episodes. If today's devotional has resonated with you, please make sure to give us a like. And I would love to hear how you're applying these insights to your life. So make sure to comment below so we can keep this conversation going. We are nearing the end of this devotional, and I want to make sure that we stay connected. So hop on to social media and make sure to connect with me. On Instagram, you can find me at The Journey with Andrea. On Facebook, you can find me on @Journey with Andrea. You can also find me on TikTok at The Journey with Andrea. If you have enjoyed this podcast and want more, you can always head out to my website, andreajohn.com, where you will find several articles, all the podcasts I host, tons of information that will help inspire you to uncover your identity, discover your purpose, and step into your destiny. I'll see you tomorrow.